What's up, everybody, and I hope that you're having a lovely day. Welcome back to another episode on the channel Al the Anomaly. I'm Al, and today I will be discussing the Star Wars Visions anthology anime series. Now, some of you may be wondering, a Star Wars anime, how's that going to work out? Very simple, actually. 7 different animation studios doing 9 different anthology episodes. Sounds pretty fucking amazing. And we know that Trigger, Production IG, Science Saru, and Kamikaze Dalga, and Twin Engine. I think I got most of them. That's about 5. That's most of them. But there's 2 names that slip in my mind. Some of those names are very familiar, like Trigger, Production IG, and Science Saru. I've heard of those names before. We're going to expect a lot of different art styles and interpretations, as well as these all being original stories. We're getting a lot of different executions of something we all love. Well, I'm not going to say something we all love, because let's be clear here. The Mandalorian has been like holding up Star Wars franchise for the last couple of years, and the last trilogy has done jack shit for the series. This right here I call the savior of Star Wars. It's an anime, and given the current landscape of pop culture and media in America right now, or let's say the world, anime is taking a rise. Right now, anime and manga are leaps and bounds ahead of like comic books and old science fiction stuff we had. I think manga sales overall are like up in the hundreds of millions compared to comics being in like possibly the tens of thousands. But they're striding in front, and it's I would say their own faults for shooting themselves in the foot. I won't go too in detail of why like Star Wars and comic books have been shooting themselves in the foot, but if you know, you know. We'll talk about it in the comments maybe. Other than that, we're getting a lot of good done right now, and I couldn't be happier. No one expected the Star Wars anime to drop, and I hope that this will make more people Star Wars fans. If you like anime and you like Star Wars, that's just a win-win. But if you're just not a Star Wars guy, but you're an anime fan, I would recommend this to you. I'm going to watch it. I'm going to watch the hell out of it because I've been a Star Wars fan and an anime fan for all my life, basically. And for them to do something like this, oh God, it's like Filoni and Favreau were already the spearhead making Star Wars be Star Wars again. But now we're going to have a different interpretation by a different group of people, and it's going to be, I want to say it's going to be cultivated and shaped in a way of their culture from what we see in the trailers. And it just seems like it's meant to be. It's meant to be. The one episode I know of that Trigger's doing is the episode with the twins, and we see a display of like what she's doing versus what he's doing. She has 6 lightsabers and 6 arms. It's grievous to me, but I like it because it's Trigger. She was doing something crazy with the crystal, and with that she lodged in her chest. So I'm not sure if she like fused with it or made it longer. But also I seen her brother doing things with his lightsaber, like extending it and whatnot. I believe we see samurai with Jedi. We see many different aspects and new ways to present a lightsaber and a Jedi and just force abilities, a Sith. We see new ways to do it, so it's like, why not take a gander at it? That's the only thing I give Rian Johnson's Star Wars a pass for, is that something new and trying to be innovative. That's the pass I give you. Other than that, episode 8 was pretty horseshit. I know some people like it, but personally I don't. And since it's my video, in my opinion, I don't like it. I didn't really like The Force Awakens. It was okay. And I didn't watch The Rise of Skywalker. I was about to say The Last Skywalker, but The Rise of Skywalker I didn't watch. See, I don't even know the name of the movie. The best character, I would say, from the franchise is Kylo Ren. I like Kylo Ren a lot. Not only because I like the actor Adam Driver, but because Kylo Ren was kind of cool to me. I liked his struggle within. He reminded me of Zuko from Avatar: The Last Airbender. He was having a struggle within. He wanted to be bad so fucking bad that it was tearing him apart. But he was such a good guy at heart. So it did this to him. And it reminded me a bit of Zuko. But other than that, Kylo was a great character. Rey was not good to me. I thought the Palpatine situation was an entire ass pull. And who thought of it? It was a crappy way. It was a crappy way to try to like wrap up the story. But I know there was some behind the scenes bad guys doing things with the production. Kathleen Kennedy. and some of the other directors. Well, I'm not gonna say some of the other directors. J.J. Abrams tried. He tried, but the rehashing can only go but so far. Who wants to watch the same movie over? Let's face it. Episode 7 was Episode 4 all over again. Just there are some differences, but what we get and what we see in Visions is something that's or something that I believe the Star Wars community wanted. People want to see some crazy Star Wars fights, some crazy lightsaber battles. They want to see some space battles. I'm gonna take that back. I'm gonna draw it back because space battles are great. They're phenomenal. They're visually stunning. But we were craving some lightsaber fights from real lightsaber duelists. Rey was not a great lightsaber wielder, not at all. I don't like how she was just juiced from birth and just started doing things as she was going along. It's like, is she a prodigy, or is she just gifted, or is she just getting handed everything with plot armor, or should I say the plot saber? It's just the movies. The last trilogy wasn't a great execution to me, but I think this anime, or these anime per se, will just be something very, very refreshing and hype to have, because I think it's going to turn more people on. I think more people are going to look at it visually and just find it a very different parallel to what we've got in the last trilogy. And what else? What other series? I know the Bad Batch came out, but I didn't watch the Bad Batch. I don't think I want to watch the Bad Batch because I like lightsabers and I like the Force and I like Jedi and I like Sith. I like that conflict that they have. That's the main driving point for a lot of people when it comes to Star Wars. I know some people act like it's not, but I think that's the main driving point. Unique characters, sure, you can say unique characters. Everyone loves the characters, but you like the characters that are like Jedi and Sith. I'll say some of the Mandalorians, or the Mandalorian specifically, but like that, I think the show's phenomenal. I think the Mandalorian's a great show. I think it's a phenomenal show. I'm not really a big fan of Boba Fett. I could really care less because after the Sarlacc pit, it's just I don't really care. I thought Django was cooler because he is what the clone project was based off of. So he's the original. But we get a litany of different things going on in this anime, and it's going to be great coming from such great studios. And I think it's going to be iconic. I think they're going to do things that will make directors question how they want to present Star Wars from here on out. I don't think it will be received bad. And if it is received bad, it's going to be by people who have done Star Wars but had it poorly received. That's the only way I see Visions not doing good. But I don't think it's going to get review bombed, and I don't think it's going to have a bad impression on fans. I think fans will like this. I think fans will be happy to receive this. I only think you're not going to like this Star Wars as if you're a big fan of the last trilogy. But I could be wrong. We don't know. I could be wrong. But this is my guess on it. And coming from a person who's been watching anime, like, I'm expecting a lot of tropes to be in here. So, like, not too many natural anime tropes, like, guy falls on girl's tits type shit. No, I don't think it's going to be anything like that. I expect the power of willpower to be a thing. I know we have the Force. I know they're going to use the Force, but I know that when it comes to presenting a certain level of willpower, anime just does it. Anime does it a bit better than Western media. Like, you can point out a decent comic book story and just be like, wow, his willpower was just great. The one person I could point out in comic books that I genuinely think who has a willpower of a main character from an anime would be Spider-Man. You can say Green Lantern. I get it. His ring and his willpower is literally his ring, but Spider-Man is the guy that at the end of the day he's going to push through no matter how hard he's beaten. And one thing off topic here, I know I'm ranting here, but one thing that Kohei Horikoshi, the creator of My Hero Academia, liked about Spider-Man was the fact that he gets down and dirty and he struggles to win. That's part of the way he modeled Deku. I think it will do really well, and people will really like this. It's something completely fresh and completely new. We didn't want rehash shit. I didn't care that you pit Harrison Ford and Carrie Fisher and Mark Hamill in the last trilogy. I didn't care. I did care how you killed Luke Skywalker off and how you killed Han Solo and whatever happened to Leia. Rest in peace, Carrie. But I didn't care to see them on screen again. Like I didn't. I would have cared if the story was more cohesive than what the mess it was. But it was just off-putting. We didn't get Luke Skywalker from Return of the Jedi. We got Luke Skywalker and the Mandalorian from the Return of the Jedi. The Luke Skywalker who came in and meant business, but they gave us some old hermit crazy fuck in the last trilogy, and I wasn't happy with that. I don't think no one was happy with that. Huh. I like how this video went from being a discussion video to a rant video, but I gotta let my frustrations be known that Star Wars failed us in the last trilogy. Rogue One was a phenomenal fucking movie. I admit, they changed up the characters. I never read the original book, but I know they changed up the characters. But the story was still great, and I enjoyed it very, very, very much. The Mandalorian, it's another phenomenal Star Wars piece of media. The games have been a blunder. I know, what was it? I don't remember the name of the game that just came out like 2 years ago. The one with the redheaded kid from Shameless. I don't remember the name of the game, but I heard that game was received phenomenally well. The Bad Batch, I didn't watch. Anything else that's just not lightsaber or force related, I don't really pay too much attention to. Solo, that I forgot about that shit movie. Solo movie was shit. I don't like it. I didn't like it. Like there was nothing to like about it. Like, don't get me wrong. Han Solo is a great character to the Star Wars franchise. He's a phenomenal character. A prequel movie was not needed. I don't think it was. The best part of the movie was the Kessel Run and the little tidbit at the end with Darth Maul, but that was about it. I sat through an hour and something movie to watch those two scenes and didn't care. It was, it just wasn't, it just didn't tickle my fancy, as they would say. But these Star Wars Visions episodes are going to rock the world, and I hope it does. If this was received bad, I'm blaming it on anyone that was a fan of the past trilogy. I don't care. I don't care. I'm expecting some good fights, some crazy animated lightsaber fights. I'm expecting real good duality between the dark and the light. New characters that people will love, and I just want more of this. Go ahead, Disney, keep tossing off more of your properties that fell to animation studios, Japanese animation studios at that, because if we do that, they're going to give us a chance to see their ingenuity with our ideas. Will make for something great. And Star Wars Visions is an amalgamation of said combination. All we needed was them to do something like this. All we needed was for Disney to look at Lucasfilm. Hey, we need some fucking stuff to rock the world, and let's do an anime. And everyone was quite happy. I think some people also don't know that Star Wars was also anime inspired, I believe. I was watching this documentary back in like 2007, and it was a documentary called Anime Drawing Revolution, and they were talking about all the influences that anime has done, pop culture, movies, and stuff like that. And there was a bit about Star Wars in it. So Star Wars is also loosely based on some anime. So there's a root of anime everywhere. But other than that, I'm going to be doing more videos on Star Wars Visions as it's come out. And I want to be able to talk and discuss how people received it. Did you like it? Did you not like it? What did you expect from it? What didn't you like from it? What didn't you expect from it? How do you think it would have made you enjoy it more? I don't know. There's plenty of questions you can ask about it. But the main thing is to be happy that we're getting a new type of Star Wars that's never been delivered before. Star Wars anime. I'm gonna keep repeating it. I don't know how many times I said it, but a Star Wars anime is fucking awesome. Like it's every nerd's dream. It's every nerd's dream. If you're a fan of Star Wars and if you're a fan of anime, of course. Like I bet you if this was a Harry Potter anime, people would have just like flipped the fuck out and just lost their shit. But no, be happy for a Star Wars anime. Would I watch a Harry Potter anime? Probably not. I didn't even watch Fantastic Beasts. I don't know. I can just be happy about what we're getting with Star Wars Visions and how it's going to be executed. One thing I didn't mention was the cast. The cast is pretty star-studded. I know one thing. I know Joseph Gordon-Levitt's in it. I think that's like the one name. There could be other names I've glossed over when I was reading the cast list, but I most likely will watch it in Japanese first. Then I'll watch it in English. I'll watch it in Japanese first and then watch it in English. That's if it comes out Japanese first. Or if it's both English and Japanese, because then I'll just watch both. I have no issues with what Disney is doing. I have no issues with what Lucasfilm is doing. I have no issues with what any of these animation studios are doing. Just make me love Star Wars again. There's a video that came out a couple days ago by Filoni, and it was titled "A Good Feeling," and he's talking about the feeling of Star Wars and what it should do to you. It should make you feel good watching it. You should feel good watching a great American pastime. And I didn't feel that coming from the last trilogy. I felt it from The Mandalorian. I would say Rogue One. Uh, Solo, no, it didn't do it for me. The last trilogy, no, it didn't do it for me. The Bad Batch, didn't watch it, so no, it didn't do it for me. Maybe the Obi-Wan series would do it for me. I hope it does. Ian McGregor's coming back, so let's see some stuff. And I from watching the trailer, I got chills. From watching the Star Wars Visions trailer, I got chills. So I already know this is going to do it. This will re-spark that fire in my heart about Star Wars. Because I can't just keep rewatching old fights or rewatching the old movies. I mean, yeah, it's fun, it's great, but the new stories will be executed beautifully by these amazing animation studios, and I can't wait to see them. They're all original stories. I would love for them to slap this into canon somewhere. I wouldn't care. I don't care where. Just if they were to slap this into canon, I would be satisfied. But we know they're all going to be original stories, so it's something that Lucas, other than his original ideas, of course, we know this is something he hasn't done. We know this is something that Kathleen Kennedy, crazy ass, hasn't done. The gods, Filoni and Favreau, we know this is something they haven't done. So to take Star Wars and put it into another type of media's hands is a dare. I mean, there's been Star Wars cartoons and shit, video games, but anime, Star Wars anime, it's like a dream come true. But please let me know what you guys think. What do you want, or what other types of media would you want to be turned into an anime, other than comic books? Even, well, no, I'm not even gonna say other than comic books. Let me know what other media you guys would like to be turned into an anime, and let me know how you will want them to be executed, who you want them to execute it. And I have no problem accepting Star Wars Visions as like part of the Star Wars universe. I would have no problem with that. And I'm pretty sure this is me being optimistic, by the way, but I like to be an optimist. I don't think there's nothing wrong with being positive about certain things, especially if it's things about you like. You always gotta be negative about some things. Too many people, I think, nowadays are negative, and I get it. Life at moments can be really, really intense and really like straining, but there's always light at the end of the tunnel. So just stay patient. So be on the lookout for the show on September 22nd of this year. Other than that, please like, comment, subscribe, and share this video. Other than that, I will see you guys in the next video.